Hi, everybody. It's Monday night in the town that Disney built, so you know what time it is.
Information on celebration.
Well, how is everybody doing? I wanted to say a special thank you to Elijah Lewis, who sat in for me while we were gone for a little bit. I was very excited to be able to accompany my husband, Rod Hawk, to a conference that he had with Disney. As many of you that might know the show and know my family, my husband Rod works for Walt Disney World, has been there for over 34 years. And we had the opportunity to be with Salesforce in California. And so I got to be around a lot of smart technology people and got to enjoy California for a bit. And just wanted to thank Elijah and my team for holding down the fort while I was gone. I will tell you, on the flight back, I did get a little bit of congestion in my right ear. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm talking too loud or not loud enough. So if anybody's watching, and if you could let me know if you can hear me okay, that would be fantastic. So today is Monday, October 27th. I cannot believe Halloween is almost here and we're almost in the month of November. There's a couple of big things that we wanted to talk about, of course, tonight. Um, Especially one of the things is Jamaica. For those of you that live in Central Florida, many of you have probably taken cruises to Jamaica, and you know that that area is absolutely gorgeous and beautiful people, and they are getting ready to get hit with a hurricane there. So I just wanted to say our prayers are with them. I did pull this up on the news. I've been watching it. You may also know my story about working with the, there we go, working also with the Marley family, Bob Marley's family, because I was in charge of brand for Universal Studios back when CityWalk first opened, and had the opportunity to work with Rita Marley, Ziggy Marley, Bob Marley's personal chef. We were recreating his home from Jamaica in CityWalk. It still exists there, and it's really a wonderful place. It has an open air area. I remember Rita coming to be with me and some other people with Universal at the time, and personally listened to the bands to make sure that they were authentic. Bob Marley's chef made sure that the food was authentic. And it really is just a beautiful location to show that Floridians in particular, they really do like Jamaica. So anyway, our prayers are with Jamaica. Please watch the news. I believe that they are preparing for one of the worst hurricanes that they have seen in that area. So our prayers are with them. There's a couple of things that I wanted to make sure you did not miss, because with Halloween coming up, there is, let's share this. Let's see if we can get this up here. There we go. As you may know, let's see if that does that. It's giving me a hard time. There we go. Now you can see it. Okay, Scoop Ice Cream, as you know, I call her my honorary little sis, Amy. She's always doing super cool events. She's very creative, and it really helps our community. So this town that Disney built, there's a place called Scoop Ice Cream, which is over in the Island Village section of Celebration. So you're going to drive down Celebration Boulevard past the brand new area with the brand new Publix, past the high school. And as you go past that area, back towards the K through 5 school that has opened, you're going to see Don Andre's tacos. You're going to see Coffee for the Soul, and you're going to see Scoop Ice Cream. And tomorrow night, which is Tuesday, October 28th, they're encouraging you to bring your dog. They're going to have a dog Oween event there. So dog costume contest. They're going to have complimentary photos. Not Too Scary Bark Bus Tour. They've been a good partner of ours too. There's this really great bark bus. If you haven't had a chance to know what I'm talking about, please go to Near Disney YouTube channel and type in Bark Bus Tour. Amy and my team did a tour where this really cool bus will pull up in front of your home in celebration. You'll see dogs run to it, and they go for a trip on this bus with other dogs. They typically take them to the dog park in celebration or someplace cool, and then they will end up at Scoop Ice Cream, and they get this little doggy dish of a little bit of ice cream with a dog bone in there, which is kind of cool. They also have trunk or treat for pets and their people. And I think it's hot off the press too. I was just getting the show ready today, and John Fitzgerald is going to be performing at Scoop tomorrow night. That's 6 to 8 p.m. Tuesday, October 28th. And if you haven't heard him performing, he's very good. Karen Rex is one of my friends and neighbors, and her husband John Fitzgerald is very good. You see him sometimes at the Celebration Brewing Company entertaining. But let's see what your pets are going to look like tomorrow night. Let me know too in the comments on what you might be planning for Halloween if you've already got your costume already situated already. This was sweet. Somebody had sent us, Rod and I for 5 years to put a pirate ship on our home that we had that we've sold now. That house is now a law office in downtown Celebration. But this photo was sent to me today to remind us. We had worked with Neil and Julie and a bunch of our friends, and it had taken 40 days to put this on the outside of this house that we owned. And it was a pirate ship. It had music that came out of it. We had it for 5 years. And believe it or not, you guys, in the main village, and that could be coming up again this year too, because Halloween is Friday this year. So not only do you have a lot of people that come to Celebration for candy, Fridays always make it a lot more popular too, Friday or Saturday nights. We would have police officers that volunteered their time so that the kids were nice and safe and they could walk across the street. But we counted one year, we had over 5,000 children show up for candy, and we stopped the clicker at that point. We had over 40 friends that would show up, get dressed up as pirates, and we even had you walking the plank. I remember Adam the Woo, who's now a friend and also a client of ours. That's when we first met Adam, and many of you follow him on YouTube. He's got about 750,000 people that follow him, and he now lives in Celebration. That's when we first met. He had come to the pirate ship and wanted to know what it was all about. And so know that Celebration, Florida is a great, wonderful, safe place. It's going to be super, super crowded. If you live here and you want some tips, here's a couple of tips. I would be prepared as early as maybe even 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m., 5 p.m. The littles will start showing up early on that day, and they are so adorable. And I love seeing, especially the children whose maybe their grandparents had created their costume, and they'll show up early and they're just so proud. And you can just see the grandparent look, and then all of a sudden you realize that's a homemade costume. Somebody had sewn that costume for that child, and they are so excited. But I am seeing some comments come up. Some people are saying that, what is it? The dinosaur costume. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Blow up dinosaur costume. Okay. Well, if the weather's nice, that's good. Otherwise, we kind of see what the weather's like. It's supposed to be nice, I believe, on Friday. But realize too, if it gets hot that day, the cooler the costumes for the kids, the better, because it gets a little hot and sticky. But that sounds like a fun costume. That definitely sounds like a fun costume. I did notice that Town Hall had, let's see if we can get this up. Yep. They had a home decorating costume contest, or home decorating contest. Yes. And it looks like the winners have been announced. And they had the Monster Mash winner was 813 Spring Park Loop. Jacko Masterpiece, that is 616 Golf Park Drive. I think that must be Kim and Mark Heinrich. I believe, yes, they're clients of mine from the past. So very well done. So if you haven't had a chance to see, if I can get this up a little bit bigger so I can see this, it says that the Haunted House Supreme, the winner was 1001 Sienna Park Boulevard. And then there was a wickedly creative category, which was 821 Spring Park Loop. So what they win is they will be able to get, I think, a yard sign. I think it's bragging rights is what it is. And I'm trying to figure out, there we go, how, whoops, I think I've lost everybody. Let's see, there we go. I think that I'm trying to figure out how to get this screen back down to size. Okay, good news. There we go. Okay. So let's talk about, I think it's freezing on me because I'm trying to do too many things at once. Okay, very good. Yeah, okay, good. I see everybody. Okay. All right. So let's talk about what else. Let's get this screen into a better size. Don't think it's going to do it. Okay. So what we're going to do is continue to talk about some of the stuff that's going on. I wanted to say a special shout out to Val and Andy Halsey. I thought it was really sweet. They had a party the other day, Celebration residents that have known Rod and I for a very long time. And they had decided to do a party where you got dressed up anything other than Halloween. And so your options could possibly be you came as a 4th of July person, a St. Patrick's Day person. And so there were a lot of really sweet costumes. And so I thought that was really creative and wanted to thank them for including us on that as well. A helpful hint for everybody. I am aware of a service that we utilized when we were gone that I don't believe has been around Celebration from the beginning. And, you know, Rod and I've been here from the beginning. And so there is a wonderful woman that will come in. It's like $30 an hour, and she'll help you get organized. And so I trust her. Daniela is her name. And I just basically said, here's the keys to the house. Go in and just knock yourself out. And so we came back to me finding things so organized in our closets, things put together so I could see that I had too many things of this and not enough of that. My closet's organized. She went through our refrigerator, took all the stuff out that should be out, you know, especially with us being gone for a little period of time. She really made sure that anything that was getting ready to expired was taken out. And when we came back, it was just a really great feeling to know that you have a reset. And so if anybody's ever interested in that, I'm going to encourage her to start promoting that service. But if you think about it, there's lots of times that we'll say we're going to invest money to go do some stuff for our yard, our landscaping, you know, that type of thing. And without question, people will spend hundreds upon hundreds of dollars of doing that. And I absolutely agree. I think that is very important. But in the same breath, I would say it's really important for you not to feel overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that you have in your house. Or sometimes you'll go into a room and you're like, gosh, I wish I had time to get to it. And sometimes it's just so much easier that you can have somebody else with another set of really strong eyes looking at it and saying, do you really need this? Do you want to donate that? Maybe we could put this someplace else. And it's a game changer. So if you have any interest in anything like that, just text me or call me at 407-808-9845. 407-808-9845. And I'll be more than happy to share that information. Now, that's interesting. Her name is Daniela. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Danielle. Let me tell you why. Okay. So Waterside Bakes has been in Celebration now for 5 years. And they are a group that are so organized. Actually, it's an individual, excuse me, that is an artist. Let me see if I can share the screen so you can see a little bit more about what I'm talking about. There we go. Okay. So Danielle is the creator of Waterside Bakes. She's in celebration. She's celebrating her 5th anniversary this week. She's originally from England. She's from England. And she came on vacation here, I want to say about 8 years ago. And she met her husband. He is an animator, I believe. And they got married. And she had decided that once she moved here, she wanted to start baking to bring treats to her colleagues and her friends. And they fell in love with her creativity. Now, let me show you some examples of what I'm talking about. Let's see. I think this will be able to show you. They are very beautiful. You know, some people might say, well, it's a little bit of a higher expense, but look at the detail, if you can see that. Let's see. So she has got Epcot, the ball. She's got the castle on there. And this is just stuff you can't find just anywhere. Look, those are the princess dresses, cupcakes, and they taste fabulous as well. But anytime I have bought these as gifts for people, they still are talking about that. Now, I will share with you, she's very popular. So you need to go to watersidebakes.com and order in advance because she is very popular. So that's Waterside, WATERSIDE, bakes, BAKES.com. This is Lion King. Look how sweet. She can even do things for companies. But here's Nemo. Beautiful, right? Gorgeous. So Cinderella. Yeah, and you know, we have our own Cinderella too on our team. And then just making gorgeous cupcakes too that look like roses and flowers and just exceptional. You've got Star Wars, so it's just not all girly stuff. There's a lot of fun stuff. So anyway, I wanted to congratulate her. I'm very proud of her. I've talked about her before on the show, and I just think it's cool that she has done very well, very popular, and it is her fifth anniversary of Waterside Bakes Cupcakes. All right. Well, I can tell I'm losing my voice a bit. And I know one of the things that a lot of people ask, and the reason why we do the show is that you want to know what's going on with the market here in Celebration. And so I want to make sure I get through that before I completely lose my voice. All right. Let me share another screen. Let's see. So we're going to share. Here we go. Window, screen. There we go. All right. And Dee, my YouTube producer, always likes me to increase my face a little bit so that you can see what I'm saying. All right. So in Celebration, as many of you know, I've talked about in normal days, we have 440 properties for sale. And we haven't had that for quite a while, especially since the pandemic, because everybody wanted to move here and then nobody else wanted to move out. I find that a lot of times people will move around Celebration, but they don't want to leave Celebration, which is a good sign, right? So this week, I do every 7 days. We've got 103 active listings. That's a little bit more than what we have had. We've normally been under 100. So that might be a sign that there's some more active properties that are coming on the market. So within the last 7 days, I can tell you 8 properties came on the market, 8 properties. And that's a lot more than what came off in the last 7 days. So it does seem like the market's been a little quiet for showings. And so if you have a listing out there, hey, Amy, hopefully you got to see I was talking about Scoop and your cool event that you've got tomorrow night. If you've watched, you know that if we've had 3 pendings and 8 coming on, then there's more inventory coming on, right? So now might be a good time for you to give us a call if you're looking, because you might have some more choices. So that telephone number is 407-808-9845. And you can either text me or call me. And of course, my team is incredible. They probably can talk better than I can right now. So I'll put you in touch with Elijah or Virginia or Sue. and we'll get you all settled. But we've also seen the last 7 days, only 3 solds within the last 7 days. Now, that's probably going to be a lot larger next week. I do find that people, when they do go to contract, a lot of times they look to close at the very end of the month, and we're not quite there yet. But the most expensive property that sold in the last 7 days was a property on Campus Street. Some dear friends of mine, the Nelsons, they had a townhouse that sold, and it was 2552 square feet, and they sold that for, I want to say, $795,000. And I want to congratulate Bob, I believe, yes, Bob Gaitis. He's the one that had that sale. So congratulations to them. Wonderful family, very involved in celebration. They've got beautiful children that I think the world of, and them as well. All right, guys. Well, if you don't mind, I'm losing my voice even more, but I did want to say I'm back in town, and we look forward on Wednesday nights. My real estate dream team has a show that they do that they talk about the 25-mile radius around Cinderella Castle, and that will be October 29th. And I'm sure they're going to be talking about a lot of good Halloween stuff too. And then we do an evergreen show on Friday. And I wanted to give a shout out to Chase Brooks. He is our godson. He's getting married this weekend. So we have a wedding to attend. That's always fun. And the weather around here, because it did rain pretty hard today, but it's supposed to be cooling stuff down. And we're going to have glorious, wonderful Chamber of Commerce type of weather. So if I don't see any questions, I think I'm going to head on out and get some tea. And I'm so glad that you guys are watching. We appreciate you. Please subscribe and like to Near Disney YouTube channel if you haven't done so thus far. We have over 920 videos that our team has done, and hopefully it will help you with your search in Central Florida. All right. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.